The mobile gaming market alone generated $118 billion in revenue last year and achieved a total revenue of I bought a mobile game on Fiverr, uploaded it to the store, and checked how much one can really earn with it. The entire experiment was then further expanded when we saw the post by Böhmermann regarding microtransactions. But more on that in a moment. I would say, let's show you the complete procedure now. Double espresso for me, and go. Mobile games have been around since mobile phones hit the market. I still remember my first phone, the Nokia 3310, which had Snake pre-installed. I used to play that during school breaks, and that was in 1907 and 90. It's no wonder that this market is so huge when you consider that nowadays kids as young as 8 years old already own a smartphone, and on average have such an incredibly high screen time. The mobile gaming market alone generated $118 billion in revenue last year. The forecasts for 2024 are at over $90 billion. Since the trend is even increasing, we definitely want to participate. The problem is, we really have no idea about programming, especially app programming, so we did what we've done several times before. We went to Fiverr and just took a look around. This developer, for example, creates Unity mobile games, and the good thing is that with one click you can create both an iOS and an Android version from it. Additionally, he offers his full service for $211. And we didn't think for long. We just had to answer the question of which game genre we wanted. We wavered between tower defense and shooter and simply returned the ball to them and asked which one sells better. He meant tower defense, and that's it. In the end, we selected game assets from craftpix.net that we simply thought were cool, and then it was time to wait again. It's time, the app has arrived, and I'm going to show you the gameplay now. So here you have a track where the opponents run along, and you can build your defense at the designated positions to stop them from getting through. As weapons, you have cannons, bows, magic, and so on. They just did this on their own. We didn't provide any input at all. The goal is always to defend your own base so that no one gets through. There are several levels which become increasingly difficult. In order for it to be available in the stores, namely the Google Play Store and Apple Store, we had to do a few other things. First, install Unity Hub and Xcode for Apple. The game was then compiled and built once for Android from Unity Hub and created as an Xcode project so that we could upload it to the Apple Store. Yes, for both, developer accounts are still needed. It takes about 2 days each time because you also have to get verified, of course. With Apple, it went really quickly, but with Android, it is still pending. I hope it goes through somewhere. And then you ultimately have the opportunity to submit your game. You will need a description, screenshots, and if you want, you can even upload a video. Of course, we didn't need to be told twice, and created a small trailer within 15 minutes, which I will also play for you now. Feel free to write in the comments how you found this trailer. As mentioned, it was created in just a few minutes. We also thought, okay, the game is super basic, so why not make that our unique selling point? Accordingly, a short description trailer, just took a template and put it in. Yes, the game is now being reviewed. In the end, we can only wait, and I hope that it happens quickly and that maybe even the first people will download it then. Next to me sits Dear Kai, who also has a YouTube channel and his own app agency with over 50 employees. Kai, first of all, thank you for taking the time to come all the way to Munich. I have already sent you the game. What do you think? How many sales have we made in a week?
It depends a bit on how many people you have sent it to. So I would say the friends you sent it to and maybe 1 or 2 more.
There hasn't been a single one more. So you bought it, we downloaded it once ourselves, and that's it. What is the reason? Is the game trash? Is there no chance with it?
No, it's not necessarily about that, but it's simply that when you put an app in the store nowadays, there are just about 3 to 4 million apps in the store. It's similar to launching a website online. If you don't tell anyone about it, then no one will find it.
I did not announce the app on YouTube because we want to show that if you buy it on Fiverr, for example, you really have a chance to make money with it. So what else can you do besides just sharing it somehow?
So generally you have to kick it off at the beginning, and you can do that both with organic reach and of course with ads, meaning purchased reach.
Okay, is it then Instagram, Facebook advertising, or what would one run?
Yes, you can do that, but at this point I would do something different. different. The simpler option is actually to run an advertisement directly in the store. An ad is simply placed directly in the search results, and we don't have to do anything special because the actual store appearance is displayed there.
Okay, then the app is basically always at the top. That's what is marked with an advertisement. You just mentioned pushed. So is it the case that when an app, for example, has its first 100 downloads, it gets pushed by the store, or how does this mechanism actually work?
Yes, so basically in an optimal scenario, you show the app to the first people through some form of reach, who then are interested in the game and recommend it further. So that means you have new streams of viewers through recommendations, and then of course there are charts and similar things, because the only thing that means is that if you reach a certain level of downloads, you can also make it into the charts, and then other people can see you too.
Aha. Yes, then I would say take your laptop in hand. Let's put some money into it and see what we can achieve with the ads.
Yes, let's do it.
This is what it looks like in the store. You probably know it. It's just like an ad, and you pay similarly to TikTok for a certain reach. That means you are saying, how many people do you actually want to reach with this? We set that relatively high. I'll get to that in a moment. It is also very costly, but you don't have this direct targeting like on Facebook, where you can specify age category, region, interests, and so on. Our game is still under review in the Google Play Store, which means we could only proceed with the entire experiment on iOS. With the launch, we immediately started charting, and I was super hyped at first, thinking, no way, we're at 56 under casual. We really climbed the ranks every day, and I thought, okay, this is going to be the craziest video. I'm excited about the profit. However, Kai then showed us how much we had paid for it. And while we were even ranked 14th in Germany and 3rd in Austria during that time, it did somewhat dampen our enthusiasm. We spent a total of approximately 2054 for impressions that led to 8 downloads in total. Yes. After all, we were able to gain 8 organically through the charts and achieved a total revenue of 17.81. But you can see that when you compare the views in App Store Connect with the purchased impressions, that really some have come through the charts. So, charts in this store do bring something, just not in our case because people did not find the game appealing. We have approximately 414,000 views. 1,229 people even visited the product page but did not make a purchase. Because the conclusion is that no one is buying such a simple game for 0.99 when there are over 2 million apps in the iOS App Store. And before someone writes this in the comments, I know we threw a lot of money out the window. Theoretically, this could have been seen after just 1 or 2 days. But we really wanted that amount of data. And I somehow hoped that since it started so quickly, we were at number 14. And Chris even sent me that we were at 3 in Austria. Somehow, I wanted to go for one more to see if it would give another exponential boost. But at 2,000, we really pulled the emergency brake, at least for the ads. We still put more money into it. As we went back to Fiverr and also thought about the Böhmermann contribution again. And I also looked at some statistics again. It turns out that over 95% of the revenue does not come from the initial purchase, but from these microtransactions, meaning in-app purchases. So I looked on Fiverr to see who can do something like that. And I used to really enjoy playing Tekken. And there was someone who had something like that in a selection screen. So I contacted them. For $2,600, we ended up having a Tekken knockoff coded, and the thing is already here. I'll show you what the gameplay looks like at this point. So you have different characters, male and female, in these fancy locations like this snake temple here. You can perform combos there. I mean, you all know how it is. The thing about the game is that it is free. But this game is indeed based on these microtransactions. We have also limited it. We don't want people to spend hundreds of euros, but you can buy in-game coins and use them to unlock certain characters. Feel free to let us know in the comments below if you're interested in this topic. Depending on the feedback, we might make a long video or a short video. Let's see. Otherwise, I hope, as always, that you enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe to this channel. Otherwise, I will link you to another video from our Fiverr series, and we will see each other again next week.